The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the sea.
Hello, my people. Hey, welcome to Area Mama's channel. It's your girl again, Edith ID. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. If you're new here, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please do well to give me a sub and a like. Share this video. For my oldies, I say thank you. Why I always say thank you so much. Today, we have a reality check. A reality check, as I named this topic. In as much as you try to run away from it, just know that it concerns you and it concerns me. You and I, we're in the same boat to ride this. Whether the boat will capsize or not, we don't know. Nigeria is capsizing. You all have heard about the Natasha Akpabio Saga. Let me just call them by their first names now. Senator Natasha Akpabio Saga. It's easier for me. And we try to put it by the side, talk about it, put it by the side. But it has become an important thing to talk about. Because if you think if you think this didn't happen to you, didn't happen to your mother, didn't happen to your sister, so you're not interested because it's not your family, she's not your family, she doesn't affect you in any way, my dearest, Nigeria is going to happen to us one of these days, and then you know what this lady is going through. This is not her alone, no. She's standing up for all women, the voiceless, the women that have been shut down by men in Nigeria, the women that the system have gagged, the system have stifled. She's standing up for us. So please, don't take this with a pinch of salt. Don't take it with levity. Don't treat it with levity. Natasha needs attention. Her case needs attention. I'm going to be playing like videos and videos and videos. You're going to bear with me, because we're going to treat this. You and I, we're going to treat it wholly. So sit back, my dear. Let's start watching. It's a drama, an unfolding drama. Okay.
Try to say that.
We are citizens of Nigeria. You are in violation of the constitutional provisions.
Let me say something. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, as member.
The Ewobi senator is telling our dearest OB, Ezekweli, that she doesn't have the right to speak up. She doesn't have the right. Okay, let me, maybe I won't be intruding too much. Let's keep going.
Because of the Ethics Privileges Committee, we have our rules that governs our hearing. And from the look of things, it is very clear that those who have come before us are not ready to be heard on oath.
We hear you, sir. There's another video here. So that is our dearest OB Ezekweli and the other people that came to speak up for the good citizens that came to speak up for Natasha in the Senate committee, the kangaroo committee that they formed. Okay, so I want you to also see this one, where Miss Senator Nwamboyi, Did you hear the Ewobi Senator Nwamboyi calling her a fool? This is a failed senator calling her a fool. Okay, let it just play.
You are an insult to womanhood.
Insult to womanhood? I don't think so. We are proud of her.
People like you can never be here. People like you can never be here. How can you be? How can you be?
Did you hear Senator Nwamboli? I let it play because I want you to keep, I want you to hear well. Or where you are a disgrace to womanhood. This is our dearest Obi Ezekweli. So this senator now thinks he has made a point by telling her that she's a disgrace to womanhood. How, Mr. Senator, sir, how is she a disgrace? Because we know we are proud of this lady. We are the ground that she walks on. You can't even match it. You can't walk on that ground. You can't, Mr. Miatie. Boy, you can't match on that ground that she has walked on. He thinks he has made a point because he's able to speak and shut that woman down. Because that's the way, very likely that's the way he treats his wife. So they think they can bring it out and expose themselves. You don't talk to women like this, especially women of substance. In fact, you don't talk to any woman. You don't use that word. You are a disgrace to womanhood. You are a fool. Telling a woman that she's a fool. And come and think of who she's talking to now. Our dearest Obi Ezekweli. He thinks he has made a point. What has he achieved in life, in this life? What have you achieved that emboldens you to now think you can talk recklessly to another woman? Let me not use, let me not just put all her credentials and all her achievements, but just say, woman, what have you achieved that you can just come out anyhow and talk to a woman? Can you stand on the ground that she's walking on? Can you? Mr. Nwamboyi? So what are we talking here, my people? Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone under this tyrannical government, under Tinubu. Tinubu is the opposite of everything good. Everything under Tinubu is spoiled. Everything under Tinubu wrecks. It's rotten. This is why we have this kind of people there. We have the worst set of people ruling the best set of people. This is why we have Nigeria. So nobody should be asking me, how did we get here? I hate that question. I detest it a lot. How did we get here? Through this type of human beings that we have. People who do not have respect for the law, the constitution, or for another human being. This is how we got here. People who don't think about others. They only think that they are the only ones that make up the world. They are the only ones that matter. No other person matters. So we are talking about Senator Natasha here. I don't want to draw this too long. Why did I even bring this video today? There is this face of deception here. This face of deceit. This lady. Her name is Charity Ijese Omole. Charity Ijese Omole. She's the one now propagating lies everywhere. She's the one that went to get the signatures of the 250,000 constituents to recall Natasha. It's a recall process. Look at who they want to recall. A woman that is doing so well. The only senator that we can even, out of all the female senator or the male, in fact, here together, the only senator that makes sense, the only senator that is making waves, is the only one that they now deem fit to recall. What? What a disease. Okay, I want you to watch the sham that they call recall process. Okay, so number one, they called out this They called out people. They told them, they misled them into believing that they want to do empowerment. CFO no empowerment. So these people came, they told them to bring their INEC, which is the voters card. Voters card, NIN, or the Gbogboe and Gbogboe. So they went, stood on the line, waiting to be empowered. Maybe they were thinking that they are going to give them keke na pep or whatever, or 10 million. I don't know, but they went there. At the end of the day, some got the waves, they got the wind, some got the wind that this is not empowerment, yo. They are luring them to sign so that they can recall Natasha. So this is what, okay, let me show this video first. Let me remove her face. That's the face of Deceit. The face of Deceit, a deluded human being. The face of eternal slave that have given herself up, that she will die in slavery. This one. So these are the people, Kogi constituents. I'll put them up here. Are they?
We are here for an empowerment. So we are here for an empowerment. We are just supposed to be here for an empowerment, and we are given an instruction to come with our voters card. So that was the instruction given to me.
Early morning, this early morning, we were informed that we should come for an empowerment. When we get to the field, we are asked to bring our voters card and the VIN, the number here. So we now ask why. Because we heard that we should come for the empowerment.
So do you have to take your voters card and NIN for empowerment? Because me, I've never heard about this. So Natasha has been doing empowerment all through. She has never ever asked them to bring their voters card. So this one is new. These people were smart enough.
So they gave us a form to fill. You fill with your VIN and pen your signature. Then most of us will refuse that we cannot do that because we don't know that an empowerment can be done in this way. So we now left the field. But we don't know that there is an issue of report. So we left. Everybody left the field.
I call it to be a mess because nobody was aware of it at all. They took people to the collaboration center, deceiving them of doing empowerment, and when many of them, majority of them, get to know that what they want to do is not a normal thing. So all of them, they left. So I see it as a mess, and I know that they cannot do anything about that. They are just doing what people were not in support of. Because I myself, I was not in support of it. Even majority of people in the local government were not in support of it. In fact, that woman has done a lot of things. He has done more than what others people have not done before. Others seen it. We have not even benefit of what they are going to the house to do before. But now that we know we have seen it.
Did you hear that? They lured them to come out, but they asked them to bring their voters card and their NIN. So the smart ones like these ones, this man and woman, which represent the smart ones there, they were not questioning, why are we asked to bring this for empowerment? We don't require voters card. Are we voting here? So they now got the wind of the news that it was a recall process. It wasn't empowerment. And they left. They did not put their signature to it. Now we have, let's see what Charity is saying here. Then I will talk. This is Charity.
Misconduct in the Senate that led us to
what misconduct, Mr. Sewobi?
Because of our gross misconduct in the Senate that led us to a 6-month suspension where Kogi Central will not be represented at the National Assembly, the Senate arm. So we have come to recall her back so that we can have a representative in the Senate. Because as a people, we cannot afford not to have a representative in the Senate arm for another 1 year. So we are here to tell INEC to please follow the constitutional process for a recall, so that our recall process can begin. That's why we're here.
Okay. So have you submitted or?
We submitted our petition. It's been received. All other documents have been received. This is the acknowledgement copy of the petition.
Is it the entire constituency or just a group of people? Under which platform are you presenting?
Okay, it is a concern Kogi youth and women.
Okay.
Yes.
And who is bankrolling this?
Talking about bankroll is a personal business. It's a personal thing. We are members of our constituents, and we are saying we don't want her any and women.
Liar! They are controlling you.
And who is bankrolling this?
Talking about bankroll is a personal business. It's a personal thing. We are members of our constituents, and we are saying we don't want her anymore because you cannot afford not to have a representative. So nobody is bankrolling. We are the one that voted her, and we are saying we don't want her anymore. So nobody is bankrolling. Nobody is having any personal issue with her. It is just what it is. The game is the game.
Okay, when you say you come to submit petition,
yes, please.
Is it a process that maybe you have collected the signature already, or you're about to do that? What are the things you have done already?
Okay, thank you very much. We all know the INEC rules. You cannot submit a petition without having to go and get signatures of registered voters, and that's why we're now saying, as a people, we are recalling her back from the Senate because we have gotten what it takes to recall her back from the Senate.
Like how many number of registered voters?
We have 488,000 registered voters from Kogi Central, and as I speak to you right now, we have more than 250,000 voters that have signed for her recall.
Okay. So what was the response from INEC?
Like you know, INEC is an institutional body, and its constitution is binding them, and as such, they will have to follow due process. So they will get back to us and they will do their job.
Your name now?
My name is Tomale Charity JC.
Did you hear that? He said nobody is bankrolling them. Nobody is bankrolling her. She's not bankrolled. It's just a personal interest. They don't want her again because of the misconduct. What misconduct? Tell me. Tell me, Mrs. Ewobi, what is the misconduct that she committed? What is it? What is her offense? Because she alleged sexual advancement, sexual harassment. Is that a misconduct? Now, look at the way they got the signatures. Because they didn't know that they were not smart. They thought they were smarter than heavens. This is how they got their signature.
90 F5A.
This is how they got their signature.
90 F5A.
One person signing and signing. You know that kangaroo job, that very, very amateur job that Oshomole did with the INEC official, Mrs. Anna, and Unoha, the INEC chair in Benin City, in Edo State. Same thing. One person writing and signing. One person writing and signing. One person, just a group of people representing 250. Hey, you see these people. Then you start asking me, how did we get here? How did we get here? People like this will never make us live here. People like this brought us here. Why we rant, why we speak, why we wail, they are not ready to listen. All they want to do is just take care of their stomach alone. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Look at, you see that lady now, well spoken. You think she's a human being? Oh, maybe she went through school. She has some sense. Now lie. I'm telling you, even among the illiterates, there are Ozuo inside. Among not only the illiterate, even among the literates that call themselves that they went to the 4 walls of the university, they are worse than the illiterates on the streets. I'm telling you, some, they think with their legs and they walk on their head. They have no senses. Look at Charity bringing her bold face, the face of deceit, the face of deceit, the face of eternal slavery, bringing her bold face to us, telling us that they got 250,000 signatures from where? Manufactured from heaven. Manufactured signature to do what? Charity is a special advisor to the governor. Before she was a senior special assistant to the newly selected, clandestine election that they did, Kogi governor. Now that she did this, she took the bulls by the horn and went all out against Natasha. They have promoted her now to the special advisor to the governor. So whatever we face does not concern her. It does not concern her. Look at what people wrote under her page. It's so interesting for you to know this. I want to show you this quickly. Sorry, guys. This thing may be a little longer than what you thought. But voila. Let's check it together. I don't have time every day to bring you this ogbonge news. So when I have time, I'll sit here. Okay, okay, read with me. I'm going to make it bold. Where her name is no, she's not honorable. I call her dishonorable Charity Jesse Molly. That is what is on her page. We're funny country. This is from this. I got this from her comment section. Natasha recall process is as good as Abinu's written comedy script. After a serious campaign by all political parties in Kogi Central in 2023, below is the result. Okay, Natasha Akpabio 54,000 PDP. Abubakar Ohere 51,000 APC. Others 4,000. Total vote cast 110,000. Oh wait, now that they started a Jamboree Kangaroo recall process, they have gathered a total signature of 250,000 people. That's a surplus vote of 140,000. They couldn't get 150 people to come out, or 150K people to come out to vote in 6 months of campaigning. But they have convinced 250,000 people to sign a recall petition against Natasha Akpabio. Wow! Let's keep pretending that everything is okay. One of the comments in her comment section under Evanina Pule, I pulled it out so that you guys can mock her. Then the other one, I'm just showing you two of them, just two. So the other one says, the Nonakai, where his name is Michael Thompson, where you are the first Nigerian they are talking to now, the dishonorable Charity Jesse, the Ewobi Charity Jesse. You are the first Nigerian to rig a recall process. Kudos. You are so terrible. A current special advisor to a sitting governor canvassing for the suspension of Senator Natasha is shameful. I'm telling you, they do not know what it means when you have a conflict of interest. This is clearly conflict of interest. If the allegations happens to be true, won't you be embarrassed by your actions? The first female to attract the LNG federal project to her state, Natasha. What have you done with your position? Then Kevin said, you are not in her party. You didn't even vote, nor campaigned for her, but you want to recall her. Your Igbo not dry. Your Igbo dry where? So I think you guys are seeing what I'm reading. Yes. Just started a fight that will end up consuming you by the end of the day. See you in the battlefield. So these are some of the comments that I pulled from her comment section. The shameless, the faceless, the deluded, the idiotic. This lady called Charity Ijese Omole. Look at what she did to her fellow woman. Look at what she did to her fellow woman. Thank God for INEC this time around, because that agency is a no-no for me. But this time they came out to say, we have signatures, but we don't have details. You don't just sign and give me the paper and say it's a recall. Recall process is a very important thing. Recall process is huge. So we are not just going to take the signatures. Who are these people? Are they monsters? Are they ghosts? Where are they from? We can't, there's no address, there's nothing to that signature. We need to know where they are. We need to know the full address. People that are recalling. 140,000 people were in the 110,000 were all together, total votes for all the parties that went into that election for the Senate. Now, I don't know where Charity manufactured 250,000 votes. 250,000 signatures. You should be ashamed of yourself. You a lady, just because of your own belly, just because of your belly infrastructure, your own selfish aggrandizement, your personal aggrandizement, you now want to pull another person down. My people, do you know how many people that have suffered because of this sexual war, whatever, in schools? Do you know? At workplace, do you know? So many students have dropped out of school because they did not allow the lecturers to sleep with them. So many have gotten like carry over on top of, because they didn't allow what? To sleep with them. Let me tell you, if you don't face this type of thing, you will never know how deep it is. How deep it is for any woman to see, to be in this circle. Natasha is not only speaking for herself, she's speaking for everyone. She's speaking for everyone. And this woman, you had the guts, the temerity to come out with your face, a bold-faced liar as you came out to tell the world how idiotic you are. Shame on you. Shame on you. Moving on. Thank you, INEC, for only this. So, since I was born, this is the only thing INEC have done that I can say, tikele, let me mark them, tikele good. So the last segment I want to show you. They said she was rude, she was this, she was that. Then the Ewobi Senator Imaswen is the one on top of the committee, the head committee. You see when I showed that video just now, there is no time. We are very tight for time. So you know when I showed that Senator Imaswen, the failed senator, the one that was disbarred in the US, is the same one that is the committee, the head of the committee, chairing that useless clandestine committee where they form. A disbarred senator. Where Nigeria is where you have the worst of us ruling the best of us, and you keep asking me, how did you get here? Now watch. Senator Akpabio, the he-goat, said Natasha broke the rules. So for that reason, she's suspended for 6 months. This, I'm going to show you, internet does not lie. History too does not lie. I'm going to show you where Senator Akpabio, then he was not a Senate president. He was just on the floor like sitting senator. And he also was crying, lamenting over the change of seat, and he wasn't suspended. Okay, thank God for internet. Oh yeah,
you can go to your seat. Then when you get your seat, I'll recognize you.
The situation is correct.
This is Senator Akpabio. Then he wasn't a president, having a fist. Why? He wants to blow. Why? They say make he go sit down for another place. Same thing that he did to Natasha. That now attracted 6 months of suspension. Did not attract for him. Look.
I sat next to Senator Kwankwaso until I was led by the sergeant at arms that this is my seat.
I asked the clerk whether he allocated that seat to you. He said he didn't.
He told me he would prefer to sit here. So I said there is no microphone there, but he said he would still prefer to sit there.
Was he suspended?
Now, was he suspended? Thank you, my girl. Was he suspended? No. Was he suspended because of this? No. So now, how is it different now when Natasha? It's not as if I am applauding her, outburst. But really, was he suspended? No. It's just something that is resolvable. Okay, you know what's in that here? Okay, go to there, go to there, go to. I don't know how they sit. I just know that they say, yeah, nay, the eyes have it, the nay have it. That's all they do there and waste our taxpayers' money. Was it suspended? This same thing that Akpabio is hunting Senator Natasha for. Akpabio did it and it was never suspended. So how come now everything has changed? Suddenly, it's now became a crime that Senator Natasha now spoke up and they say, oh, it's a crime. You must die for this crime. We will buy you for this crime. Why? How come it's different now? Was it not the same Senate? The same Senate, the House of Senate that drama happened? How come Natasha's own is different? I really don't get it. I don't get it. I try, but I don't get it. So what are we saying? Everything boils down to the allegation of sexual harassment. A woman was bold enough to come out and tell the world that this has been happening or this happened to her. And instead of people, especially some women, to take this, to, look into it, many of us vilified Natasha. Many of us, we just want to clamp her down. Why did she say it? I've seen other women speaking in online. Oh, a woman, wait, no, is she a virgin? Is she a virgin? So why can't a man look at any fine thing? Really? Really? It has to be mutual, my dear. Come on. It has to be mutual consent. Mutual. If it's not mutual, it becomes an harassment. It has to be mutual. So if I'm not a virgin now, so any man can just come and be touching me. Really? No. You have to give consent for that to happen. And if you don't give consent, if you don't give your consent, it is a problem. It is a problem and it attracts consequences. This is where we are. But in Nigeria, women are telling their own fellow women, are you a virgin? If you don't want to take those kind of jokes, then don't go among men. Excuse you, Ewobi. Don't go into the midst of men. Don't do this, don't do that. Even I've seen the worst of it is women just biting other women because you have never been faced with this, or you don't even know what sexual harassment means, because you've given yourself up as a she-goat. So it doesn't matter. Anytime they come, you say yes. Why must I say yes? It has to be mutual. It has to be you have to give consent for a man to touch you. You have to give consent. If you don't, it becomes an harassment. So, Natasha, I really thank you for standing up. I thank you for standing up for the women that have not been able to speak up. The women that they've tried to stifle just because if they speak up, they lose their job. Can you imagine if Natasha had no other place to rely on right now to get her daily living? It will be difficult. She will be suffering because she has been maligned. So my people, if you say it hadn't happened to you, you will wait before after it happens to you before you will speak up. I tell you, Tinubu has turned Nigeria upside down. A system that allows any misfit to assume political power is unsustainable. Tinubu, everything under Tinubu is dead. Everything under Tinubu is dead. I want to tell you what I wrote on my page. I write a lot. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm angry, the only thing is to just go on my phone or anything to start writing. Maybe my kids make me angry, or I don't know. If Nigeria problem is really too much in my head, what I do, I just take to my phone and start typing. So I put this on my page. If you visit my page, you will see that, see, Edo Pride. This is me writing. I write a lot. I like to write. I said, let me read it out here. It's there. Ajibola, if you visit my page always, like if you frequently, you will know that you will remember this. Anthony Ajibola, I can see you commented under that post. I said Tinubu, this was the day Tinubu claimed removed the sitting governor, a sitting governor. Tinubu removed the sitting governor just to bring his own law, because Tinubu is the law, whether you like it or not. I wrote here, I said Tinubu has become the law. I'm reading from my phone. A de facto dictatorship has been foisted on us. The constitution or the law is now whatever Tinubu says it is. We have a choice. Stay docile and digest tyranny, or stand tall against oppression. Nigeria is doomed under this drug lord. Yes. If we don't stand together, we are suffering and wailing. We are lamenting. And you see some Ewobi campaigning for Tinubu for 2027. Like, right now does not matter at all. Okay, if this person you are campaigning to does not survive this hardship, who is going to vote for your Tinubu? You see the Ewobi Monday coming out. You're a State governor. INEC Eramiri select governor coming out to tell us that 2027 is a sure banker, 18/18. Every chance he gets, he's campaigning for 2027. Hello, Mr. Man. Can you cut me some slack? Every chance he gets, he is campaigning for 2027 for Tinubu. What is that? People don't understand what it means when they have conflict of office. Exactly what Charity just did. Monday keeps doing this over and over, and the Ewobis that are with him will not even tell him the truth. Okay, you are not supposed to do this. Are you going to coerce me into voting for Tinubu 2027? Do you even know who is going to survive the 2027? Whether your Tinubu go dead there. So what is your problem? Every chance Monday gets, every chance he gets, he risks, he just disturb our ears. 2027 is for Tinubu, just for election fever, tribunal fever. Stand up, or we keep lamenting. If we don't stand together and remove take ourselves from this quagmire, we are going to stay there forever and lament forever. When we get tired, we pack up our computers and phone and go and lie down. Because that's what Tinubu knows. He knows. If you look at it now, what's trending? 1 week, another one go come. We go forget the one way not the trend since. How did we start? We started with Natasha. Then terrible president started, and we started to rant and do tweets online. This, that. This online will not help us, unless we take to the streets. We started to rant. Now, what is it now? We are forgetting that one again. Terrible president, we are forgetting. What happened? Tinubu took over Nigeria, took over Rivers State because of one man, Wike. Because of his own ambition of 2027 to become to retain that seat in 2027, and Wike too wants to retain his seat. We are suffering. That one now is trending. If not for these signatures that they went to manufacture, we won't remember Natasha again. Everything just trend for 1 week. Tinubu knows. He knows our weak points. Things will trend for 1 week or two at most and die down. Then they bring another one. Boy. My people, I'm not going to stay here forever, but it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. This is unsustainable. This kind of country where you allow misfits to rule over the good ones. Misfits as political leaders. Misfits to be your leader. This is what we have. I'm going to leave you here. But before then, I want to say thank you to Mr. Ajibola. Ajibola, you are a very special man. A very, very special one to this platform. Thank you so much. I say kudos. In as much as we come here to, pour our hearts, if people are not following and engaging us, it will look like you're talking to yourself. So I'm here to just, acknowledge most of you. I may not be able to call out names. Mr. Ajibola, thank you so much. And Tony, you are number one. Thank you. Before I make a post, you are there. You are there and you stand up for the right thing. Again, Sonny Demi, I want to acknowledge you. Eric, my ambassador, my Pekin, I acknowledge you. Henry, my class prefect. In fact, so many of you that I cannot even name. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, all my oldies. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you. Let's take this fight higher. Let's stand together. Let's keep speaking. Never you allow that voice, any other voice, to stifle you. Never you allow to be gagged. When you know you are standing on the truthful path, you know what you are doing, you know what you are saying. You are standing for the masses. You feeling the pulse of the nation. Stand tall and stand strong. Yes, it is very gloomy outside. Nigeria is bleak. It is gloomy, but if you know what you are doing, like what we are doing now, is the right thing, please stand strong. Don't fall by the wayside. Don't join the bandwagon. Don't join APC. Don't join Tinubu. Tinubu has come to steal, to destroy, and to buy. And exactly what he's doing. We pray by his grace and by anything that we can do before 2027 to change this electoral madness, and come for all those judges who are bent on turning Nigeria upside down because of their own belly. We stand against them. Please stand up for the right thing. I'll leave you for listening to this very, very clip. It is painful. Abuse is not accepted. No. Sexual harassment is a no. We have zero tolerance for it. I don't care if that's the only place I get money to eat. You must not harass me sexually. Awa, I will fight you. Because it has to be with my consent. So if it is not with my consent, you are in for a rude awakening. I'll leave you here. Thank you, my people. Please like this program, share. Yeah, it may be a little long, but you know what? I have poured out my heart and I'm happy. I have poured out my heart. I stand with Natasha, Senator Natasha Akpabio forever. I stand with all the women who have not been able to speak up. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Like, share the program. Like, please, if you are new here, don't forget to give me a sub. Okay? If you are my oldies, you've gotten my kisses. Like, share, and comment. Let me hear from you. Thank you.
Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the